This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Seattle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready, set.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Smith. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 76 yards. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a short pickup to about the 25.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Walker now in 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position. Really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers being chased out left. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
19 tight, 19 tight.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the 50, it's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive.
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Buying time to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Rodgers now after the sack. They lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. He's got a man complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The left side completion to Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Touchdown, Packers. Bo Melton from 8 yards out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to Walker on first down. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Just beating the play clock. Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Straight ahead, Walker. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This pass complete to Melton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Rodgers. A final shot before break. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 second, all that remains. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's able to find Melton. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Packers 20.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 66 yards. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Here's Walker. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Third and goal, the ball at the 10. They'll try and run Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Able to find Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Riggs, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the 27, Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. An inside give to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Boye Mafe got to the line like a knife through butter. He buries him for a loss. Second down, another shot for Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The kick by Crosby is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Smith.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready. Bronco switch.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Ready?
They snap it to Smith.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
He'll take this to the 46.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Rodgers now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Smith on 3rd down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line.
They run again with Walker. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker
Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Seahawks have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here's Myers now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they were stopped on fourth down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making a punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Christian Watson, 27 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And they'll accept that penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith, left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. From the gun, it's Walker. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to... He's got a man, complete! And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you walk over here.
On play action. Now Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan as time expires in the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Fielded right around the 8.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Geno now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Okay, ready?
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 26 yards. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 28, Packers 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Cougar 19.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14.
Seahawks 35, Packers 21. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
26.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Running left is Walker. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. His carries tonight, they're not getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play.
Here we go. Set. Lions.
In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, here's Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Myers' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 6. And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Melton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 4 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
Off of play action. Here's Smith.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Walker now on 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, Smith. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the victory here for Seattle, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere. The most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory.